segment called Liars Club. So we all know how the Liars Club game works. And what's going to happen is we're going to get the words and then you're going to have to guess which one of us is telling the truth. So as long as our definition of the word is correct, doesn't matter what the story goes, as long as our definition of the word is correct. And so at the end of each word, you're going to guess which one of us is telling the truth. So I'm going to introduce the host to everybody. This is the lovely Freya. Come on up, Freya. She's going to host again for us.
Thank you, Gemma. Hello, everyone. How are you all going tonight? I think you guys can do a little bit better than that. How are you all going tonight? Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, Gemma, you did a really good job with this tonight. Thanks so much for coming along, and thank you all so much. Okay, so for our panel tonight, we have Gemma, of course. Gemma, like to take a seat. We have lovely Justin over here.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the mighty Blueberry.
Oh,
No, he's had
I'm losing my hair.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, guys. So, as Gemma said before, I'm going to give them words, and then they have to try to lie or tell the truth, and you guys have to decide who is telling the truth. So, we're going to start off with Gemma. And Gemma, your first word is Tyron.
Tyron, could you spell it for me, please?
It's Tyron.
Ah, see, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's actually pronounced Trion. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I used to work as a librarian. And when I worked in this library, we had lots and lots of really, really old books. And there was one really, really, really old book that was right at the very front of the library. No one ever hired it out, but people looked at it a lot. It was called the Bible. And in the Bible, there are two people who were dating each other called Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve sort of dating each other on and off. And while Eve was in her bedroom getting ready to go out, she was doing her hair and doing her makeup, and just as she was about to head out the door, Eve's dad goes, "Eve, you can't go out dressed like that. Go and put your tree on." And so the tree on are the fig leaves that were used to cover Adam and Eve's private bits. That's what tree on is.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Gemma. Now, Justin, what's your definition of Trion?
Well, I thought it was Tyron. So anyone who believes that Tyron is a leaf that goes over your crutch, well, actually none of you guys are here, so don't worry about it. But Tyron is exactly how it sounds. So anyone who needs a new tyre, you go to places like Bob Jane or Tyre Power, another place, with the name tyre in it, and you have a tyre fitting machine. And the tyre fitting machine is called a Tyron. Okay, pops the tyre onto the wheel, off you go. It's not Trion.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay, guys. I'm not sure if any of you believed any of that, but I'm sorry. It's completely out. Okay. Trion, whatever. I think it's Trion.
It's Tyron.
It's Tyron. Tyron, or whatever. It's a word that I actually learned just about a week ago, actually. It's very interesting, and I learned it from Facebook, okay? And there's this guy, he was pretending to be something he wasn't in order to infiltrate a group. In fact, a vegan group, funny enough. So he pretended to be a vegan, and he wanted to act like a complete arse. And basically, the reason behind that is if you act like a complete arse, people won't want to join your group. And some of you may know this by another name, such as maybe a mole, or maybe agent provocateur, or a saboteur. But no, Trion is for a particular type of person who likes to sabotage groups, make them look bad, promote the meat industry, and that's basically it. That is a Trion. Don't listen to these guys. I'm a Blueberry, and I tell the truth.
Awesome, okay, thank you, mighty Blueberry. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go along the line, and you have to cheer for who you think is telling the truth. So, Gemma, who thinks Gemma with her fig leaf is correct? Yeah, okay. Who thinks Justin's correct with his tyre on in the tyre factory?
Oh, yeah. One man in the place.
Awesome, okay. Who thinks the mighty Blueberry is correct with his mole? Okay, Gemma, I think you got the most cheers. Were you correct?
Yes, I was.
Yes, she was. Awesome. Good job, guys. Awesome. Okay, because Gemma, you got it correct. you're going to do our next word for us, start it off. Okay, so our next word is blenophobia. So Gemma, take it away.
Blanophobia?
Yep.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong again. It's called blanophobia. Okay, yeah, so a lot of you don't know, I used to work in a restaurant. And in the restaurant, we used to have to deal with lots of people with different kinds of allergies and different things they didn't want on their plate and different phobias as well. So the chef that I had working in my restaurant with me, his name was Gustav. And Gustav was very afraid of this one particular type of patient that would come in if they had blanophobia. So, you know, different people are different. Some people are scared of spiders, and some people are scared of peanuts, and some people are scared of tissues, all sorts of weird things. And these people that were afraid of, that had blanophobia, were extremely afraid of bland tasting food. And so he would go crazy and put all these different spices on the food because if you have blanophobia, everything would taste really bad. So that's all blanophobia is. It's a fear of bland food. That's really all it is. It's in the name, really, blanophobia.
It's bland.
It's bland, it's not bland. It's blanophobia, thanks.
Yeah, Justin?
Okay, so I heard the word as blenophobia. Am I wrong, Brad? So it is blenophobia, okay? And you're right, it's the fear of blending in though. That's where you're wrong, okay? Blending in. People who don't want to blend in with society and be a part of it and everything like that. Now, classic example, the mighty blueberry, okay? He has a diva syndrome, alright? Needs to be out there in front of everyone all the time. Blenophobia. Don't want to blend in.
I'm sorry, guys. The pronunciation is all wrong by both of you. It's completely wrong.
She just said it was blenophobia.
No, what is she doing? She's just the host. I'm sorry. It is actually pronounced as blenophobia. You're gonna get that. I think it's a Welsh word. It's a Welsh word. You've got to bring it out. Blenophobia. As suggested, it is a type of phobia. Fair enough. And for me, it's actually a good type of phobia. It's a good one because it actually prevents something very unpleasant happening to me. Very, very unpleasant. So, I like
you
to...
hold the mic, but you just...
Oh, okay. Can you all hear me? Yes. Do I need to show? Okay. I'm sorry. I've got a problem with the mic because I got... Okay, back to the point. So, I like to touch things. But what's very, very difficult is I got short arms. I can't reach very far and I've got a very, very round tummy, very big. So what do I like to do instead? What's very easy for me is I touch myself. I like to touch myself. I don't know about all you guys. Does anyone here in the audience like to touch yourself? Yeah. Raise your hand if you like to touch yourself. It's a lot of fun, and you know, you keep rubbing and touching and rubbing, and it's, you know, it's good, and you do it more and more and more. And you know, and it gets more and more fun. But it comes to a point where you touch yourself, and especially for a very, very ripe blueberry, you get very, very ripe, you start to ooze out something. It gets a bit slimy. You know what I mean? You try touching yourself long enough, you're going to start sliming. And that is what blanophobia is. It's a fear of the slime. And that's what's good for a blueberry, because if I'm going a bit off, I will stop doing it. Thank you.
Alrighty guys, okay. That was just for you, Justin.
Yeah.
Alrighty guys? Alright. So, who thinks Gemma is correct with her blanophobia? Okay. Yes, some, okay. Who thinks Justin is correct with his blanophobia, with blending in? Yep, okay. And who thinks the mighty blueberry is correct with his fear of slime? Okay, what over there thinks you're correct there, mighty blueberry?
Poetry.
Okay. So, Justin got the most cheers. Were you correct?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry. No.
Okay. If whoever was correct, please stand up. Okay, so blanophobia is the fear of slime. Very good. So, mighty blueberry, take a seat. Now, Justin, you got the most cheers, so you'll start us off this time?
Yep.
Okay, dokie. So, our next word is Willy Was.
I hadn't chosen this one. Okay, so everyone has seen Game of Thrones, okay? Now this word Willy Was actually said in Game of Thrones, Anyone who has watched it, it's when they go over the wall and you have Jon Snow, the man that every girl wants to see naked. He's actually he's at the bottom of the hill and he's with Mormont, and Mormont, sorry, it was Jon Snow who said Willie was, not Mormont, okay? And we're referring to the wind coming down from the mountain. It's the one where the ice walkers, or light walkers, or white walkers. Sorry, the White Walkers came and attacked, and they did all that business on the top of the hill. Okay. Well, I'm telling the truth, man. And Jon Snow said Willie was, and it just means that the wind was coming down. The cold winds are coming. Winter is coming. Okay, the cold winds came down from the mountain, and it's legit.
Right, Blueberry?
Sorry.
Right, okay. Not quite there. In fact, it's a kind of a sad story, really. Well, I don't know, some people might think this guy deserved it. There's a guy, we're going back 200-300 years ago, he committed murder, and he went to prison. And this prison, everybody was on death row. Everybody got executed. It's pretty sad, it was a long time ago, but anyway. And there was a tradition for prisoners to write something on their walls. And, you know, it might be a poem, it might be something, you know, a message to their mums or whatever, even though they never see it. But what was the most common thing was to put their name and they were here. Like, I know, Billy was here, Eric was here. So Willie, good old Willie, he wanted to do the same thing. And a lot of these other guys, they used blood and they used their own poop and writing on the wall. But he wanted something more permanent. So what he did was he smashed out a whole lot of teeth and he wanted it big. So he started scratching Willie, the word Willie, into the wall with his teeth, scratching it, and then he started scratching the word was, scratching it very big, very deep. But he didn't account for how long this was taking. This was taking a really long time because it was really, really big, and it was very hard work. He was using his teeth. He had to knock out a lot of teeth. So what happened was the guards came along and said, "Hey, Willie, it's time." He's like, not done. Let's assume he said that anyway. So he took him off, and left on the wall was the word Willie was. Well, it was written so close together, and it looked like it was one word. And because they couldn't get it off because it was scratched into the stone, what they did was they called it the Willie Was cell, in the Willie Was wing of this prison. And that's what Willie Was is. The name of a block in a prison and the name of a cell.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
No, you're both lying. Willie Was. Okay, so, as you all probably don't know, I used to work as a historian. And I used to work as a historian in a place called Stirling in Scotland. And so Stirling's in between Glasgow and Edinburgh. And what they have in Stirling is they have a big monument called the William Wallace Monument. We all know who William Wallace is, right? It's a crazy Scotsman that tried to get freedom for England. Yeah, I mean for Scotland, sorry. I will come back to the grave to get me there. And when he was eventually captured, he was hung, drawn and quartered. And so we had all this information at the Willie Was Monument in Stirling, and there was even a cafe at the bottom of the monument. And they have a weird sense of humour in Scotland, and one of the dishes that they have on their menu is called a Willie Was. And the Willie Was is basically a pear dish that's been hung, drawn and quartered. That's what a Willie Was is. It's an actual dish in the cafe at the William Wallace Memorial in Scotland.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so, again, a cheer for who you think is telling the truth. So who thinks Gemma is telling the truth with her pears? Okay. Who thinks Justin's telling the truth with his Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
Okay. And who thinks the Mighty Blueberry is correct with his cell?
That was
Great story. Great story. Okay, so Gemma, you got the most cheers. Were you correct?
I lied.
She lied, guys. Who was correct?
Well, I can't stand. Oh, I will stand up, and my button blew out on my jeans. So.
Alright, sit down. Okay, so Justin was telling the truth with that, and that actually means the wind's going down the hill.
Yeah, but it wasn't actually Game of Thrones. I don't know if anyone said it Game of Thrones. Yeah.
He was lying about the actual Game of Thrones. Alright, so Gemma, you got the most cheers, so you start us off again this time? Okay, and our next word is titter.
Titter. Is that spelled T-I-T-T-U-P?
One T in the middle.
One T in the middle. Okay. Right. Okay. So, as all of you probably don't know, I used to work as a sports announcer, and so I used to Why do you laugh? I've worked a lot of
Been around,
jobs.
haven't you, Gemma?
I have, yes, in a good way though. And so I used to work as a sports announcer, and we used to, announce things like Wimbledon and the Grand Prix and Formula One and all these different really cool sports. And in boxing, in male boxing, we know about male boxing, they have their rounds, and when someone's down for 10 seconds, it's called a KO. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct, a KO. But with female boxing, we don't call it a KO. So when there's two women boxing and one is out for 10 seconds on their back, it is called a tit up. Because they're tits up. It's a sporting term. Yeah.
Alright. So, tit up. It's actually an Australian word, and anyone who's ever worked on a job site, shit hits the fan, things go pear-shaped, but when something's not so bad, it's just a tit up. That's all it is. It's nothing like that. So pear-shaped, shit hits the fan, that's big stuff. Tit up is just like, oh, look at Jamie over there. What a tit up. That's all it is.
Wow, okay guys, what a bunch of whoppers again. What can I say, Okay, are any of you guys familiar with horses? You know what horses are? Good, do you know about horse racing? Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yeah, well that's nothing to do with horse racing, but it's to do with horses though. I'm not sure if you guys know about equestrian. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced, and the horses, they do gabbly, 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 whatever you want to call it, up and down, munsy, munsy, munsy. And going back a couple of 100 years, shall we say, there was a lady, a rather large lady, and she was very, very good at equestrian. She was really amazing at it. But this was before, is it Edward Titslinger, am I correct? Arnold Titslinger, yes. You see how true this story is? Even she knows it's true. Arnold Titslinger invented the brassiere, keeps it all in place, right? But it wasn't invented at this point in time. So she was up on the horse, and what happened was her boobs, her tits, bounced up, smashed her in the face, and knocked her clean off the horse. Everyone was worried, is she killed, is she dead? She was fine, everyone was relieved. And her uncle, Lord Autumnbottom, he was a very, very famous guy, and he said, wow, let's call this horse motion the tit up, because of what happened to his niece. And that's how it came about, the word tit up in equestrian. Thank you.
Okay. So, who thinks Gemma is correct with her KOs in boxing?
Yeah,
somewhat. Are somewhat okay?
Yeah.
Who thinks Justin's correct? What did you say? Okay, and who thinks the Mighty Blueberry is correct in his horse riding? Okay, I think Justin got the most cheers for that one. Justin, were you correct?
No, I was lying again.
No. Stand up, who is correct?
Oh.
Me! Why do you not believe me?
I don't know, Mighty Blueberry.
Do I look like a liar to you?
I believed in Lord Titslinger.
Yes! Arnold Titslinger.
All right.
Waffle. Bottom. Yes.
Okay, so, because Justin got the most cheers, you'll start us off again.
Alright.
So, your word is erectorine.
Alright, so a few people out there probably don't know what a rectorine is. There's a few men in the audience that don't want to admit that they know what a rectorine is. But, well, long story short, a rectorine is the organic man's, well, it helps an organic man get a boner, okay? And we've got Viagra out there. Everyone loves to use Viagra. But if you're healthy and you're organic, you will use the erectorine. It sounds like a fruit, and anyone who tries to tell you that it's a fruit is just lying to you. Okay? It's a pill, and it will help you when you're a certain age.
He lied. It's a fruit. It's absolutely 100% a fruit.
A fruit's telling you it's a fruit, by the way.
Doesn't that make sense? Don't you think I know my brother or my sister or whatever, or the family? It is guaranteed it's a fruit. And it's a very special kind of fruit. And it starts off fairly small, and as it ripens, it grows, and it starts to go erect. It starts to become vertical. It starts to go up, taller and bigger. And what's unique about erect terrain is it's got these two things at the base. They're very, very hard, very, very solid. And funny enough, that is actually where the juice of the erect terrain is, right at the bottom. But you can't get it out from the base. You have to extract it from the top. And I would love to demonstrate, but I think I've got something here. This may not be an erect terrain, but it's somewhat similar. Where I'm from, we call this a banana. And it doesn't have the big base, but it's the same sort of shape. Imagine it standing up erect. And I would love to demonstrate by putting it in my mouth, but you can see I have a problem. I don't have a mouth. So what I'm going to need now is a member of the audience to come up here and join me on stage. You have a volunteer. You have a volunteer. Are you volunteering?
Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm going to make you do?
I am certain. And I pledge my allegiance. Do it, sir.
No problem. Hold the banana erect. Erect, yes. Wrap your lips around the end of the banana.
Peel it first.
Oh, no, look, I'm so caught up in the moment, man.
It's a moment of passion.
It is. It's beautiful. All right.
All right.
Doing this?
Now put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. And you now need to move it up and down in
I'm
your
scared,
mouth.
Blueberry.
It's all good. It's all good. The juice is at the base.
Okay.
You need to suck it. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. A bit more. You tasting it?
Okay, do it
My
wrong.
God, that's a banana. That's sick, man. Give me that banana. Get out of here. Okay. This example, this is what an erect terrain is. It's a fruit that's got a bit of a penis shape. Thank you very much.
Okay, how am I going to follow that? An erect terrain, that's what it was, right? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I used to work on a cruise ship. I did actually work on a cruise ship for 2 years.
It's the truth for once.
And yeah, that's the truth. I'm glad you noticed. So I worked on a cruise ship for 2 years, and while I was on the ship, I was dating this guy, and he was a really lovely guy, but he was the last in his family to get an erect terrain. So everyone else in his family got an erect terrain before him, but he was the very last one to get one. And one day, when he finally got his erect terrain, he locked himself in his cabin and didn't let himself out. So he was in the cabin for days and days, and he played with his erect terrain all day and all night, and wouldn't let anyone else see it. And so erect terrains come in different sizes across the world. So my boyfriend at the time had an average sized erect terrain. In Asia, they have pocket-sized ones. And in Africa, they have floor-standing ones. And basically, an erect terrain is an instrument that you play. Why are you looking at me like that? It's a musical instrument. Don't be gross-minded. It's a musical instrument that's made out of bottle caps. So basically, it's a giant bottle filled with bottle caps, and you shake it. And that's what an erect terrain is.
Okay, so who thinks Jem is correct with her instrument?
With their instrument.
Yeah, okay. Who thinks Justin's correct with his Viagra?
Totally.
What, organic Viagra, seriously?
Oh, sorry, organic Viagra. And who thinks the mighty Blueberry is correct with his fruit? Okay, Gemma, you got the most cheers. Were you correct?
Yeah, I was.
Also, Gemma was correct. Okay, so Gemma, you'll start us off again. So your next word is full fart. Now, where have you worked this time?
How did you know? Yes, full fart. Yes, I'm very familiar with those. So I currently work, as well as I mentioned before, as a flight attendant. And what you probably don't know about a lot of flight attendants is they all look very dainty and pretty and really lovely when they're up in the air, but they all suffer from terrible gas. Because when you fly a lot, you get really, really bloated. Right? And a lot of the flight attendants eat really healthy, which is great. They eat lots of broccoli and lots of beans, which also adds to making them gassy. And so if you're dealing with a particular passenger, and I'm sorry if this has happened to you, and it's bringing back bad memories, but if you're a passenger and you're not exactly cooperating, or you're being a bit rude, or you're just being disruptive, a flight attendant will walk past you and do a full fart. A full fart is basically just like an average fart, but in high altitude. So because you're up in high altitude and you've got a really bloated stomach from flying all the time, the technical term is a full fart, because you're letting it all go on that mean passenger. So that's what a full fart is. Yeah.
Okay, that's a flat out lie. So, my grandma is Norwegian, okay? Now I used to, well actually this is a little embarrassing, but I used to rollerblade when I was little. And I had trouble keeping up with all my friends. And I used to think if I bent forward on my rollerblades, I could propel myself forward with a super duper fart. And my grandma used to, help me along. So every time I was a little bit behind, my sister was a bit quicker than me too. She had roller skates, which wasn't as cool, but she was still a little bit quicker. I'd bend down, and my Norwegian grandmother would say, "Full fart!" Well, actually, that was a bit German, sorry. But anyway, yeah, she's screaming at full fart, and it means full speed ahead, and I would just rip as much as I could to catch up to my friends. And now everyone knows that.
Wow, Gemma, Justin, good stories, but now to fully understand this, you've got to be into fitness, you've got to be a sports star, you've got to be an athlete. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of a fart leg. Anyone here heard of a fart leg? Anyone here do any running?
One person.
You got someone here, you've heard of a fart leg. Good. Well, a full fart is somewhat similar, because a fart leg is like, it's like one leg of going around the track. So, a track is about 400 meters. So you sprint 100 meters, then you jog for about another 300 meters, and then you sprint again, and it carries on that way. There's also something known as a half fart. So that is basically you go run 200 meters, sprint all out, and then you jog for another 200 meters, and then you go again. But full fart, now that is extreme farting to the max. It is extreme, okay? You got to sprint 400 meters, then you got to sprint 400 meters, and then you got to sprint 400 meters. And professional athletes generally don't do that. But we did that in the army. They were super hardcore, major league farters, but the truth was there's a battalion and there's a lot of people in that, so you sprint 400 meters, then you got to queue up again for half an hour before you sprint for another 400 meters. So the full fart is something that worked very well in the army, but a lot of people don't do it if you're a sports athlete. Thank you.
So should we ask the one dude in the back who believed you?
Yeah. Well, he must, he's a sports star, right? He's an athlete. So thank you, sir. Please cheer.
You knew what a fart leg was.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is our final round, so I want to hear your biggest cheers that you've got. Okay, so who thinks Gemma's correct with her farting up in the air?
Oh, come on!
Yes, some of you are okay. Who thinks Justin's correct with his farting on roll? Some, okay. And who thinks the Mighty Blueberry is correct in his fart laps?
What?
Okay, so Justin, you got the most cheers on that one. Are you correct?
I was. Again, I'll pull my pants up. Yes.
Okay. Awesome, okay. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Gemma, do you have any final words?
No, I don't. No, I just
Okay, well, I'll put you back to Gemma. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Give it up for Justin, the Mighty Blueberry, and Freya. Thank you. The Mighty Blueberry actually will appear on my channel making smoothies. Do you make smoothies? Is that what you do?
I try, okay?
Yeah, he tries to attempt to make vegan smoothies, dairy-free and whatnot. So he's
Fruit in them though, it sounds a bit cannibalistic.
yeah, with fruit in them. That's great. Thank you. You can leave now.